everybody, this is Dan Miller for Bluegrass Unlimited magazine, and that tune was called Old Time Pickin. Ralph Stanley played that on an album of his and played it on his Live in Japan album, and he did it clawhammer style, but years ago one of my banjo teachers named Randy Small taught me that on a scrug style instead of a clawhammer style, and so there it is for you. I like to teach that tune to my beginning banjo students after they've got a few tunes under their belt. First I'll start them with rolls, and then I'll start with them with a few licks that can be used off those rolls that add hammers and pulls and slides. And then after they've got something like, Boil the Cabbage Down and Banjo in the Hollow and maybe Cripple Creek and Cumberland Gap and songs like that, once they got those down, Old Time Pickin' is a great tune to start to learn some other ways to use your forward roll, some other ways to add some embellishments in there. I think it's a really nice, simple, straight ahead tune for beginning banjo players. So I'm going to break it down for you a little bit here. The first lick, this starts off with a kickoff that's just, that's kind of like the Foggy Mountain Breakdown intro, and then the first lick goes. Now you can get that from the tab, but what I want to point out as along the way is some variations that you can throw into this. Right there you could also throw the Foggy Mountain Breakdown lick, or some people, I did index, middle. Some people go, where they'll go index and then the thumb going down. Sometimes that has a little bit more power. But anyway, it's this double hammer on it. So the original lick is, and the second is, okay? So you can interchange those if you want to. Then where we go to this, this lick in C where we're just doing this. And I find that's a good, both this one is where you got that index, middle on the second and first strings. That's going to occur a lot in bluegrass banjo scrug style, and sometimes it's a little tricky, so this is a good tune. This is where the tune I introduce that little figure in to my beginning banjo students. And then we're going to do a similar thing. Go back to G. Same lick in G, and then we're going to go to D. You could go, or just roll forward. Either one of those works will lick. Either one of those licks will work. Let me get that straight. I'm talking backwards here. All right, so that's pretty much, then we're going to go back to back to that figure again, back to the C, and then we're going to go, which is what's written down. However, you can also do a figure like, all this out. First I'll have the main tab, and then I'll put some variations for these different measures. But that's about it for the A part, pretty straightforward. And again, the reason I like to teach this early on is because it's got some good hammer-ons, it's got some good, sometimes difficult right hand figure there, and then throwing in some variations instead of just the forward roll, maybe an alternating roll, or some other kind of roll, or some other kind of figure like a slide and pull off there. That once the students learn the basic version without a lot of embellishments, then I'll start throwing more embellishments in there so that they can learn not only how to throw the hammers, the pulls, and slides in there, but also how to make an approach that's kind of modular, where there's a lot of different licks that can fit into a certain space. And I'm not talking about just lick playing, I'm talking about licks that will fit the melody but involve a different roll or a different kind of embellishment with a hammer, pull, or slide. So that's the A part. Now the B part, again, it's got some good introductory stuff like this. It's got that 2 to 5 slide, and it's got the pinch. Just, again, basic Scruggs style stuff that beginning students can grasp hold of in this tune. And again, a move in D, that's very common. So, right? And then repeat. And then what I did in that is I did this lick. But you could also end it the same way you ended the A part, that same D lick, that was the resolution to the A part, instead of going. Okay, so again, showing that these things are modular. If you look at the tune, especially if you look at the tune in a sense of the first 2 measures being the sort of the theme, the second 2 measures the answer to the theme, the third 2 measures is the sub-theme, and the fourth 2 measures the resolution. A lot of times those parts of the tune or those phrases of the tune will be repeated, and so it's good to have a few little variations to throw in there the second time through the A part or the second time through the B part, or if the resolution phrase is the same in both the A part and the B part like it is here, you can vary it a little bit. You have a different ending lick to put in there. So that's basically it. It's a very straightforward, simple tune, and I'll have the tab for you here so you can look at that. But again, you know, let's just go through it slow in case you're trying to learn by ear. You can pick it up. So. Very easy, Old Time Pickin'. Give it a try. I think you'll enjoy it. A lot of the tunes that you'll find, like Cripple Creek, Cumberland Gap, Boil the Cabbage Down, everybody teaches those, and you'll find those all over different places online or different books or whatever. But Old Time Pickin' you don't see very much, so give this one a try. It might be new to you. All right, this is Dan Miller for Bluegrass Unlimited magazine. We'll see you next week.